Hi, welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 136. This one's for all the misfits, the loners, and the black sheep out there who feel misunderstood. I got you back. So, those of you that I'm speaking to, you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to lead the way. If you've ever been labeled too much, too different, or too intense, if you've been cast as a black sheep simply because you're different, this episode is for you. So welcome to all the misfits, the lone wolves and the black sheep, the ones who never quite fit into the systems, the families, or belief structures that we were born into. There's a tendency of being misunderstood, dismissed, or isolated when we fall into one of these categories, but it isn't a curse, it's an initiation. Many who walk the healing and spiritual path are first pushed out to the margins where self-trust is forged out of necessity, and then authenticity becomes non-negotiable. So the more time we spend on our own and having to fend for ourselves because we are so misunderstood and pushed to the outer edges of society, we learn to fend for ourselves and we start to find a deep, deep strength within. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about why misfits are often turn out to be truth seekers, the spiritual role of the black sheep, the sacred solitude of the lone wolf, and how walking alone becomes preparation for leadership. It's not exile. So first, the misfit, the one who sees through the illusions. Misfits often sense early on in our lives that something about the world feels off. We question norms and authority and inherited beliefs, not to rebel, but because our soul recognizes that there's something misaligned in what we're being told. So misfits, we're not broken, we're calibrated differently. We see things from a different perspective. The lone wolf, another label that I identify with, has to do with solitude as an initiation. So the lone wolf isn't antisocial. She steps away to hear her own inner voice without interference. Solitude becomes the classroom where the lone wolf strengthens their intuition, and self-trust eventually replaces approval and outside validation. And spirit speaks so clearly in this solitude of the lone wolf. And the black sheep is often seen as the disruptor in the family system. Black sheep often carry what the system refuses to heal. And by refusing to play the role assigned to us, we expose uncomfortable truths. I wasn't rejected, and I haven't been rejected by my family for being a black sheep, but I have been misunderstood. And my views and outlook on life has been resisted because challenges are not easy to deal with, especially within a family system. But eventually, I moved beyond these labels. I still identify with them to a certain extent, but eventually I learned from living under these labels and this having this type of personality, I guess you could say, I moved from exile to embodiment. So there came a moment when I stopped trying to belong and just started standing in my own truth and my own power. I realized that fitting in and dimming my light, the cost was too high. Authenticity demands courage. And I found my courage and my strength and was able to stand in my power and my beliefs. So this difference that I have from most of society is actually kind of turned out to be my assignment to open the door, for others by expressing my beliefs and my viewpoints. I feel that this is part of the reason that I'm here, is to stir the pot. And this is where the wounded warrior within me rises, not out of bitter or being hardened, but just in my sovereign power and standing as an example for others as well, that they can do the same. You can do the same. Here's some prompts for you to put in your journal. What would it feel like to stop explaining yourself? The second question is, What would I say to the version of me who feels alone and misunderstood? And what does it mean for me to walk forward, not hardened, but sovereign, standing in my truth, standing in my power, not backing down either? Take a breath right now. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and remind yourself. And this goes for everybody, whether you're a black sheep or not. It should never be about fitting in. It's meant for you to remember who you truly are. And sometimes, for some of us, the black sheep, the lone wolves, that means standing out, making a difference, stirring the pot. If you've been walking alone, if you've been questioning a lot of things in your life, if you've been told that you're different, that you're difficult, or even dangerous, welcome to my world. You're not lost. You're not late. You're early. You're not broken. You're called to stand in your truth. And this path, however lonely it once felt, was preparing me to lead you by example. So here it is. The door is open. Step through. I'll be here to take your hand, walk beside you on the path. This is our episode for today. I hope you've been doing well. We've got a big holiday coming up in just a few days, but I'll try to get another episode out. Sorry, it's been a whole week since I saw you last. It's just been busy. But you're always in the back of my mind, and I'm always working on episodes in the background, preparing for the next several episodes. So I've got some lined up, all ready to go. It's just a matter of sitting down and recording them. So hopefully I'll get another one recorded here today. Until I see you next time, take good care. Have happy holidays, everybody. I wish you peace, love, and light. And I'll see you again soon. That's it for today. Bye.